This is the solution video for the TY Algebraic Division Revision Worksheet. We're going to use the array for each of these questions. In the first question, we've got a quadratic, only 4 boxes required. First and last terms go in, factor on the outside, and then we complete each position in the grid. So we've got the x on the outside, leading us to fill in this box with plus 2x, plus 3 on top, since plus 3 by plus 2 is plus 6. That gives us plus 3x in this box. Let's just double check that we're correct. These two boxes together make the middle term plus 5x. Our solution is x plus 3. Question 2 is a cubic, so we're going to have 6 boxes for this. Give yourself plenty of space. In with the first and last terms. Put my factor on the outside, and then I'll start filling things in. So this time it's x squared on top. And then I can fill in the minus 1x squared. Over here, minus 1 into minus 2 goes plus 2. And now I can fill in plus 2x. Now the middle terms, I have to go back and consult the original cubic for this. I've got minus 1x squared. I want plus 2x squared. I've got to go up by 3. So plus 3x squared. I want to have minus 1x. I'm at plus 2. I'll have to take away 3. Remember that x squared terms are on the diagonal and x terms are on this diagonal. Now I can fill in the missing term on the top, plus 3x. So I had my linear factor that divided in, and I get my quadratic factor as a result. Question 3 is another cubic, so 6 boxes again. First and last terms filled in, and I'm filling in my linear factor on the outside. Okay, so now let's have a look. What's going to have to go there? X squared. That means I can fill in this box now, minus 3x squared. Okay, so now let's have a look. Minus 3 into minus 24 goes plus 8. Put that on the outside, and then I can multiply to get this box. Oh, I've just noticed a typo in the question. Okay, so go back up here, and this guy should actually read minus 15x squared. Okay, let's keep going. So now that that's fixed, so I'm aiming for plus 34x. I've got plus 16. I need plus 18 to bring me up to my required value. And I want minus 15x squared. So I need minus 12x squared in that position. And then I can fill in my top value. And in both cases, it's going to give me minus 6x. So in this case, my solution is my quadratic factor, x squared minus 6x plus 8. Okay, up to question 4 then. Again, another cubic. I've got 6 boxes. I'll fill in the first and last. X minus 5 on the outside. That means 2x squared up here on top. I can fill in minus 10x squared in the bottom box. Looking across now, I've got minus 5 into minus 30 goes plus 6 times. Then I can fill in plus 6x. Now back up to my cubic to check the middle terms. Minus 13x squared is my target. I'm at minus 10. I need minus 3. And my x terms then, 21x is my target. I've got 6x. I need 15x more to make up the 21. And now I can fill in my middle term on top here, which is minus 3x. In the next question, I've got a cubic again, but this time having a look at my factor that I'm dividing in, I notice there's an x squared at the start of it. So I'm actually looking at a quadratic factor. Now we know that the quadratic factors go on top of the boxes in our solutions so far. This time when I start to fill in my grid, I'm going to put this across the top. Another thing to watch out for though, I've got an x squared term and I've got a constant, but I'm used to having, if I look over here, an x squared, an x and a constant. There's no x term in this. I'm going to fix that first of all, so by just filling in a 0x in the middle to hold that space. Okay, then I'm drawing my array. Same as usual, first and last terms. Now, again, I had to spot that I actually had 3 terms here because of the quadratic factor. I'm going to fill that quadratic factor in on top. And now it should be fairly easy to complete the rest. So looking out here, I'm going to have 8x. I can actually complete all the rest of the top row now. So 0x squared in the middle and minus 24x at the end. And then I'll use the minus 15 to figure out what goes out here. So minus 3 into minus 15 goes plus 5. And I can fill out the rest of this now as well. And to check that I'm correct, I should check that these make the x squared term. 20 and 0 makes 20. And these make the x term. 0 minus 24 is minus 24. So I'm correct. And this time the solution is my linear factor down the side here. Okay, question 6 finally. A similar thing to watch out for. I've got x squared minus 1. Again, it's a quadratic factor. I should have 3 terms in it. I'll draw my array. In go my first and last. Again, quadratic factors. I'll spot them because of the x squared will always go across the top. And then I can start filling in. So out here, for example, I'm going to have 2x. and then I can complete the whole rest of the top row. At this stage I can use the -3 to figure out the missing term out here, so -1 into -3 goes +3, and then I can complete the rest of the bottom row. Again, I'll just do a double check then against the middle terms in the cubic. So 3x squared, 3 plus 0 is +3, that works. And -2x, 0 minus 2 is -2, that's fine. So everything is correct. And again, the solution in this case is my linear factor down the side here.